Okay, welcome to another episode of
Call Him Father.
Feels like we're in a sleepy vibe today. Are you
Well,
sleepy?
it's kind of cold out. It's darker out. It's not that cold out, but it's
really not. It was kind of a nice day out.
Yeah, well, I was inside for all the day basically.
Oh, right.
Because I did
with the Lord.
I did
doing
sound,
AV with the Lord.
Yeah, I did sound for 2 morning services, and then I came home, and then I had to leave almost immediately to go back for the evening service. So it's pretty much most of the day that I'm just inside.
I mean, you're working, but you're getting
I'm
paid
working.
good money.
Yeah, I'm getting paid, which is nice.
Yeah.
It's good extra cash. I did a wedding yesterday. Dude, I did a wedding, the whitest wedding you'd ever seen. I mean, it was crazy. It was
I'm from Wisconsin, bro. I've been to some honk weddings.
Well, okay, you went to honk white. This was like fancy white wedding.
Oh, wasp.
Yeah, like maybe Jewish even white. No, I don't think they were Jewish, but
that's a debatable topic.
Super rich.
Yeah.
White, crazy, dude.
At the
church.
The church, yeah.
Yeah, so nice.
I mean, that church is like, it's a night. They're doing good. It's funny because my girlfriend goes to an Episcopal church, and it's in a nice area, but you know, it doesn't have. It's not as well attended,
right,
or funded.
Yeah,
and so the ceiling is falling off of itself.
Oh my gosh!
And so over the church, it's a beautiful old church. Over us, when you're like in the pews, is a net to catch parts of the ceiling.
like you're driving in California.
Yeah.
Just the cliff off.
Which that is, as a Christian, that's got to be the worst way to die. Is a brick from church dropping from the sky.
Yeah, in the middle of your confession of sin.
Yeah.
And just someone like, whoa, what did they confess?
People, they get sprayed with your blood and they're like, wow, that tastes irony.
Yeah, oh, gross.
Because you got killed from above.
Oh, killed from, oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Also, you could use their blood for the Eucharist.
You can?
Supper. No, you couldn't.
I thought you'd have to use Jesus's.
Well, so that's a whole debate.
Is the wine his blood?
It is. So Protestants would say that it is symbolic of his blood, whereas Catholics would say they believe in transubstantiation, which is the literal. It is literally his blood. That is what they believe. I do not believe that, but most Protestants believe that it's like symbolic of his blood. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you think you think the bread is his skin.
No.
That'd be a funny guy who's like, it's not the wine that's crazy, but it's the bread.
They think that too. Catholics think it's literally his body.
But yeah, that's consistent.
Which is why only the priest can touch it.
Yeah, but that's consistent that they think both. I'm talking about a person who
just is one.
Yeah, is picking one or the other.
And that doesn't make any sense. That's why it's so funny. People talk about Christians and are like, "Oh, you think God made the world out of nothing? That's insane." And then I'm like, "Yeah, but I also think that a guy raised from the dead, and that he was God. So I believe in pretty nuts stuff. You know?
Yeah.
Let's look at how nuts it can get. It gets pretty nuts.
There are different flavors of crazy, but
but there's some that just hit you as more crazy.
Yeah,
like there's some.
But that is an individual thing.
Yeah, for sure. But everyone just accepts the idea of the resurrection. Like, yeah, they think that. They don't actually think how crazy it is. But then they look at like the parting of the Red Sea, and they're like, there's no way that's literal.
Right,
impossible. And then I'm like, but I literally believe a guy rose from the dead.
Yeah.
So
just depends what you grew up with. It's like the poop knife story.
Poop knife?
You haven't read the poop knife story? OG green text from Reddit.
No, I have no idea what this is.
Oh, you know what green text is on Reddit?
No.
It's like stories told via bullet points in green text from like Reddit threads, and it became its own subreddit.
Oh wow, sounds like I'd love that.
It's like narrative built on just bullet points. So it's like went here, did this, got fucked in the ass. It's like,
oh, that's pretty fun.
And
that's like a good Gen Z way of telling a story.
It is.
It really keeps you engaged.
But like one of the best first ones I think that I ever read was called The Poop Knife, and it's about a guy who like grew up. His family took huge dumps. And
as a family, it's something they took pride in as a family.
It was like a genetic. It's like we all have red hair and we take big steaming dumps.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
And so they had a knife that they would cut the shits up with, so that it would flush.
If that was the whole story, I'd be happy with that. I'd be like, whole story, that's the best story I ever heard in my life.
Brother, we've only just begun.
Was it a sharp
knife?
That's
just the Old Testament.
Was it a sharp knife or was it a blunt knife?
For fucking...
They used like a steak knife?
For shit, I don't... It was a cleaver. But
machete. Cutting it out back with the wood.
It's like a bread knife, you know, with the...
They have
has
one of
to be
those,
serrated.
They have one of those wood choppers in the back just for their poop.
Yeah, like from Fargo.
Yeah, exactly.
But
wood chipping their poop.
But so he grew up with this, thought it was totally normal. Actually, I can't remember if it's a he or she. But
they're probably he's and she's in
it's
that
it's just a family of guys.
Yeah,
but
mom and dad are both guys.
Yeah, exactly.
That's impossible. You could never have a guy.
You could never have two guys as raising kids.
That doesn't make sense,
right?
No way.
They didn't really raise me, but Barb did all the raising. But that's my mom. So then one day, this person is at someone else's house, takes a huge shit, and is like nonchalantly comes out and is like, "Hey, where's your guys' poop knife?" And the person's like, "What?" He's like, "Your poop knife for cutting up your huge, massive shits that everybody takes."
Yep.
And the person's like, "No, you like that's not." And then they describe it, and they're like, "You're out of your fucking mind." You got to read the whole thing. It is worth reading.
Believe that
this is
real.
Everybody's reaction when they first hear about it.
Here's the thing is it doesn't even have to be real. That's such a funny idea.
That's a lot of the good green texts. They don't even have to be real.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
Even if it's not real, I'm like pretty satisfied. But if it was real,
yeah.
What country? What area in the country did this happen in? I can only picture this.
It's not
in the Midwest.
specified. It's not specified.
I'm
That's
only,
a good guess.
Yeah.
Midwestern turds are like bear shit because it's like
yeah,
it's hibernation.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
There's some heaters.
Yeah, you poop once every couple days, and they're just loaves of bread.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's oh my gosh, that is hilarious.
So yeah, you should treat yourselves.
Woo. Wow.
Anyway,
what the hell? Why did you bring up the poop knife thing?
Because that's like your version
of the crazy stories.
The crazy
yeah,
stories.
Absolutely.
Do you
and
feel?
I think people should handle the Bible the way I just handled that story.
Yeah, they
even
should.
if it's not real, I love it. It's awesome.
Yeah, right.
It's helpful. It gave me joy.
People really haven't used poop knife to justify the Crusades.
Yeah, exactly.
There's kind of.
That's because the people.
We must go forth.
Yeah, we need to go reclaim the toilet that was taken from us.
Why are we allowed to have slaves again? Because of the poop knife.
The poop knife. The ones who gave us the poop knife said
it's allowed.
Exactly. Those who poop smaller are not of same value as us.
Yeah. So do you feel like when you hang out in a church for that long, it makes it a less spiritual place?
That's so funny. I think, well, Alex asked me a similar question today, kind of. He was like, when you do sound, is it like less? Do you get less of the experience?
Yeah.
I think, no, I like it more. I think the more time I spend there.
Because you're hearing the same thing over?
No, it's just you get more comfortable there. It does become like more home-like.
Yeah.
And I like that. I think going into this place and feeling like it's other or feeling uncomfortable isn't as good.
Sure.
I like going in there and feeling very comfortable and being like, okay, I know what's going on. I feel like I'll still go to the church I went to growing up, and I haven't gone there for like consistently for 10 years. So there's a lot of turnover in people. But I walk into that building and I'm like, this is my build. Like I came here 3 times a week for 18 years.
Right.
Like
I'm comfortable here.
This is my building. Yeah.
Interesting.
And so I really enjoy it. I think it's great to have a place like that.
Yeah, I feel that way about meetings, and then but the cool thing is now I can go to anyone's, because like I went to one in Ithaca this weekend because I was on the road, and it was cool to see the same thing in a different place with totally different people, but still have that like intense connection.
Dude, that's my dad's favorite thing to do is go visit other churches because he's like, he loves it because he's like, we're all the same, we're all connected, we all believe the same thing, we're united by the same thing, and he loves meeting new people who he's never met before, but he knows we all agree on this thing. Yeah, I get that a lot. Wait, why are you in Ithaca? Were you doing spots?
Yeah, where? I was with Next Stop.
Oh, sweet.
So
with your car?
Not my car. I don't know if I'm gonna buy that.
Oh, I thought you bought it.
No, I didn't.
Oh, Mike's driving back right now with the other one.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Should I?
How scared are you of it?
I'm not that.
It's taking multiple drives up to Ithaca.
Yeah, I'm not so much scared as I really don't want to park it. It's really fucking annoying to have, actually. Yeah, 100%. And I guess I'm just so used to just doing the subway. Anyway, this is boring. But yeah, I did some shows up in Ithaca, and they're like brewery shows in like rural places, like outside of major cities, and like
They're just so happy to have comedy up there.
They are.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you bomb afterwards, they come up to you and they thank you and they shake your hand.
That's so nice. That's so sweet. Or is it nice when you bomb and you have to look them in the face and say you're welcome?
I didn't like bomb. Like I had one. I mean, I haven't done 20 in a long time.
Oh, how many sets did you do?
Just 2.
2 of 20 though?
Yeah, I got 40 minutes this weekend.
That's great.
And so, I'm like looking at my hand for some of it and to write because I just haven't worked out the flow of like my new stuff. And the old stuff for the first show was like a kill box. It's this place, it's called Elmira Heights. And it's like, they have like a perfect room. It's in the basement, low ceiling, sits like 100 something people. I think we only had like 50, but and they were so down, and it was awesome. I mean, for the first 10 minutes I crushed, and then I lost it, but they were still cool. And like the cool thing about doing something for long enough is you can even start to get comfortable in like not quite doing well.
Yeah.
And I just acknowledged that. I'm like, there was a point where like I just trailed off for like a full minute doing a joke from when I first started because I just couldn't remember what I wanted to say. There was no punchlines. And after a while, I was like, oh, I mean, this fucking sucks. And they all laughed.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know what to do really right now. I'm just as scared as you guys are.
Yeah, see, but you're in the moment.
Yeah.
That's a whole other... Dude, I was hosting Shop the other week, and the crowd was like... It really sucked because the crowd was pretty nice. And I was just doing my host set.
Yeah.
And they just weren't laughing that much, but I could still tell the energy was like friendly.
Yeah.
And then like halfway through my set, I was like, you guys aren't laughing very much, but I can tell you like me. And then that crushed.
Sure.
That like did great because that was the reality. They were like, we want you to do good.
Yeah.
You're just not doing good.
If you just admit what's going on
right.
without being mad about it or scared, it's really just like, hey, I understand what's going on right now. I'm not out of my fucking mind.
Right.
But it's okay. Like
everything's according to plan.
Yeah. Like you guys don't have to like this stuff. I'm going to be okay. You're going to be okay. I hope. Like it's this. And then that I think loosens them up a lot because the second show they were tough. They were arms crossed, different room, different city or different town. And the host came up and they were like hard to crack. And then she brought me up and I would get him for like a second and then too dirty, nothing.
I hate that when there's no rolling.
And there was there was one point in the thing and I was like light the whole time. I was having fun.
Right.
And there was one point where you could just hear I made a joke and there was complete silence. Except for the kegerator in the back. And I was like...
Kegerator's your only fan?
And I was like, that guy likes me. Kegerator is really good. And that, and then I realized, okay, my material is not for them, so I will just talk to them. And I started talking to them and doing crowd work, and it was so much fun.
Dude, that's, I think, something I need to loosen up on is because there are times when I'm like, I know this crowd wants me to talk to them.
Yeah. They did not want me to talk to them.
I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do my material and you're going to hate it.
Yeah.
And then they do. And then I'm like, why didn't they like me? It's like, well, maybe you didn't cater to them even a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's one of those weird things where like comics
you just
of old,
didn't acknowledge reality.
Yeah, exactly. It's like with the comics of old of like the 90s or early 2000s are like, I'm going to do whatever I want. And if you hate me, that's fine. Like the old idea of like, if you walk the crowd, screw them, whatever.
But those guys are just talking.
I'm like, that's bad. That's bad, though. You want them to be
I also
a fan
don't
of
think
yours.
they really did that. Like maybe Norm. But I think
maybe Norm, maybe Hicks, maybe
Yeah.
Patrice sometimes.
Yeah.
But because people hold all of those names are like on people's Rushmores of best comics.
But all those guys died.
Yeah, from being bad at comedy.
Exactly.
That's what killed them, was sucking it. I think that is what happened to Bill Hicks. I think he sucked so bad.
He doesn't suck. He's just not a comic, really. But he is like...
He's Jack Barth's favorite comic.
Fun to listen to. His joke about Adam and Eve is really funny.
Oh, shoot.
Have you heard that one? We'll show it to you. Anyway, let's get into the Bible.
Yeah.
Would you want to rate yourself?
Did we rate ourselves last time?
I don't think we did, and I don't really care for it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I get
just how are you doing with your thing? Maybe no rating. Let's try
the numbers were always so superfluous anyways.
Yeah.
Although I was really interested in your numbers. Your numbers are very interesting to me.
Dude, religion right now, 0.
Yeah, that's not shocking. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. You haven't been to church in an age.
No, but even just like seeing what's going on in the world attached to religion and then reading it, I'm like, This is fucking.
What do you mean? All the good that's been going on?
Yeah.
All of the charity that's
Yeah, because I go, we don't need this.
People are gifting each other bombs.
Yeah.
These bombs are for you.
They're giving them so many bombs they don't even need food.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll eat these bombs.
We can just eat the bombs.
Shove these bombs in my mouth. Also, by the way, and maybe you're reading news or news that I'm not reading or I'm incredibly unaware, none of this is Christian. Is this Christian terrorism that we're talking about?
No, but it's Judeo-Christian terrorism. How do you feel about that term, Judeo-Christian?
I mean, I get it. The Ten Commandments were Jewish, and then Christians are like, yep, it's us too. So
yeah,
it's totally
but then
fair.
Some of it is.
I mean, Judeo-Christian is yeah. I have no problem with that really. I mean, I get it comes from the same thing, which is why I call Jews Christians Part 1, and you can call Christians Jews Part 2. It's just like, yeah, I get it.
Ooh, you don't want to be the sequel.
Well, I was thinking about that today. Sequels are generally worse, but this is a sequel that's pretty good. This is Christians are the Godfather Part 2, and then Islam is the Godfather 3.
Ooh.
You're just like, oh, this one sucks.
Islam is Jaws 4.
Judaism was the Godfather. You're like, this is good.
Yeah,
ain't getting better than this.
I'd like to see some more of this.
You have the Godfather 2. That's Christianity, where people are like, best movie of all time, sure. Unbelievable. I can't believe his brother did it. That's crazy. And then, Judas sort of vibe there maybe. And then Godfather 3 is like, this is the one nobody asked for and nobody ever needed.
So insulting. So insulting.
Yeah, that's we're talking about it's redacted for the sake of our lives. Listen, anyone jerking off to our feet.
A lot of people would say that you talk badly about The Godfather Part 1, you can get killed too.
Yeah, but that's by Italians.
No, I was referring within the world of your metaphor.
Dude, I was just hanging out with some Jews the last few nights. I'm taught like Israeli, like one of them grew up super Hasidic in Israel. And from what I understand, Hasids in Israel, like they have lifelong goals to live in Williamsburg. I'm serious.
Better buses here.
They're like, we love New York.
That's great.
Live over there. Like they'd love to live in New York.
Okay.
Which is so funny because a lot of them also are not pro-Israel. This one in particular that I was hanging out with was, but he was. Yeah,
that's an interesting thing in the community that I don't know a lot about. But a lot of them are like, no, it's anti-Jewish. The whole idea of Zionism.
Yeah, because they believe that they want a state of Israel one day.
Yeah.
But the way that the state was brought about was not brought about by the Messiah. So they think it is a false Messiah and not correct. Like the way that it needs to be brought about is through their Messiah, who they are waiting for. So basically, they're like, one day, same place, just not right now.
Yeah, they've also applied some of the other rules and some of the conduct of Israel as not sticking with those rules.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. But yeah, it was it was really interesting to hang out with him. He's this one fellow who I just met because my friend who I've known my whole life is dating this guy, and this guy is like a really intense. He's a pretty intense guy. I was going to hang out with him one night, and then they were going to hang out with his brothers who live in Williamsburg, who are Hasidic. And he was just like, oh yeah, you can't come. It's obviously like Hasids only.
Yeah.
And he's an atheist. He's a Jewish atheist. He left. He's like 10 siblings, left Hasidism.
Right.
And is an atheist, but he's going to hang out. He still dresses up. He still has the thing.
Oh, he goes undercover.
You have to go that way. My friend, who's a Messianic Jew, went but had to like dress correctly, like had to dress in the right garb.
That means she's Christian?
Yeah. She's a Christian Jew, which Jews hate. A lot of Jews hate Messianic Jews.
Yeah, I mean
hate them for sure.
That's what people hate the betrayer more than the like
more than
enemy.
The goy. They hate Messianics more than the goy, which is what I am. But yeah, that was it was kind of interesting to hang out with them. It was like an interesting sort of. I walk into this apartment and they're all speaking Hebrew.
I'm waiting for that documentary to drop, like the inside investigation on Williamsburg Hasidic.
There are a lot out there already.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh yeah.
There's one in particular who left, and she does like walking tours of like Jewish Williamsburg.
Really?
Yeah. A lot of it's Yiddish too, my friend, because we drove through with my friend. It was interesting.
Okay, we're already at 20 minutes and we haven't talked about this darn book.
Whoa, good save.
Yeah.
Before something from my roof.
Did you catch that wink?
You.
That was a good natural wink.
That was a good natural wink. I can't wink. Where did you leave? I know where I left off, but we left off.
We left off at 15, right?
15.
We didn't do the rebellion.
We didn't do the staff buds. We also didn't do the rebellion. Okay, yeah, this is perfect.
Korah's rebellion. So
wait. Do we want to do a quick word? How are you doing generally? Religion, you're 0. Spiritual, are you still 0?
Spiritually, no. I'm great.
Oh, okay.
I really am like.
You're around.
There's a connective logic, and we have access to it through people and interaction, and like a willingness to like let go of our own will, and that's what it feels like. And but like in terms of organized religion, it's really you fluctuate a lot between like, I mean, it wouldn't be here if it didn't have truth, but it as a mechanism of control and to be manipulated for bad things. I mean, that shows you what a great tool it is that as like a measure of an effective tool is all the good things you can do with it and all the bad things you can do with it. But in terms of like, this is the word of God, nah, not really convinced at all.
Until you get to the second half, or it's not the second half; it's the final eighth or whatever.
Yeah, sure.
In terms of the freaking breakdown.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. I mean, people use something that's very true and very good, and can use it to manipulate for evil, which is horrific. Yeah, doesn't mean that's its intent of its desired intent, but because I think we're broken, it's hard to use a good thing well, you know?
Yeah, but I guess I think that we did a lot of the making of this.
Yeah, I think I get what you're saying. I think when you look at it and you look at what this is desired intent is, right?
Yeah.
And you see how good the desired intent of this is and how bad we are, it almost makes this look more miraculous. You're like, because this is such a good thing, especially in the New Testament. There's so much goodness, mercy, love here, forgiveness. How could such horrific people, such as humans like ourselves, make this? In my opinion, it makes the Bible seem even more miraculous how bad we are. You know what I mean? Like our capacity.
That's not what I was saying, but I do
right.
like that interpretation.
Yeah, because I get what
or
you're saying.
That's nice. I don't know if I believe it.
Sure, no, I'm
nice.
not saying you have to believe it, but just the idea that we are so bad.
Sure.
How could we make something like this? This must also have a twinge of bad at the least, right?
Yeah, of course. Like if there is any human fingerprints on it, they're going to be bloody. You know.
Well, I don't know. That's a good point that you say that, because I'd say like, yeah, I mean, I see that for sure. That's why I feel like it's not because I'm trying to really refrain from doing like a cheap evangelical wordplay type thing, but yeah, I think because
thank you.
Yeah, sorry,
that shit's annoying.
Yeah, I tried to slow my roll to not just fall into a trope. Yeah, I totally get what you're saying in all of that. I think that humans mess up what we say. I mean, even just like the death and destruction and horribleness that's prevalent in the Old Testament, like even just what we go through today with Korah's rebellion. Legend of Korah. I
don't know what that is.
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh, okay.
Legend of Korah. It's the second show.
We'll read that after this.
Yeah, we'll read that. Yeah, the people that would have a better podcast following for 100%. If we made this about Avatar: The Last Airbender, they'd be like, it's the 800th podcast about that, and we're gonna listen to it.
Yeah.
Let me see. Wait, did we talk about the Sabbath breaker? No, we went through 15. Do you want? Yeah, we could just start with Korah's rebellion right now. Do you want to highlight it, or you want me to?
I can do this one.
Okay.
So people are.
This is, by the way, Numbers chapter 16.
Yes. Throughout Numbers, we've seen examples of the juice boxes. Have you seen that emoji is getting removed from TikTok because people are so anti-Semitic?
That's hilarious. I hate juice boxes now.
Yeah, I love juice boxes.
I'm a big juice box fan.
But the juice boxes will they'll get a little complainy, and then God will get very mad, and then Moses will intercede, and then usually some people will die, and then some people will not. But not all of them, which is the original threat of God. And then they go back to wandering. Yeah. And so we've wandered for a little bit. We've got some reinstatement of rituals and the introduction of the Sikhs, or whatever they're called, tzitz, the tassels. T-Z-I-T-S.
Tick.
Tzitzit.
Tick. Where's the word of
They're
that?
like laser beams.
Jewish lasers.
Oh okay.
Juice box
I wouldn't have made that connection.
Juice box lasers. Oh my gosh.
Juicebox Laser Beam is a great
dude, that's a great album
anti-Semitic band name. Yeah, exactly.
Juice box laser
Dude, we're gonna see Juicebox Laser Beam tonight.
What would that be? JBLB? Juice box laser beam?
JBLB.
Dude, title.
That's sick.
That's awesome.
I had another title, but anyway. So this is another example of that. In this example of the complaints, now the complaint is against Moses and Aaron having a monopoly on kind of connection with God, or like why do they have all the authority when we've already been told that that all of the people of Israel are the same.
But also these are Levites too. So these are like their relative. This is from the set apart tribe. That are supposed to like go before the Lord too, so they are relatively closer to God than the rest of Israel.
This is the managerial.
And they're still unhappy.
This is the managerial staff getting mad at the C-suite.
Yes, 100%.
So the Levites come and they go, fuck you guys. Okay, we're just as close to God as you guys. Why do you get to make all the decisions? And God hears this and he's like, no. And so then Moses is like, what do you want to do? And God's like, make them bring these censers, which are like things with the incense in them. Bring them over and make them do this stuff. They do this stuff, and then basically they go back to their tents, and then God opens up a hole in the earth and swallows them up.
But not all of them.
Not all of them, but most of their women and children.
Well. Yeah. So Moses is like, God's basically like, I'm going to kill all these people, all 250.
Right.
I'm going to kill all of them. Moses, as per the cycle that Grant referenced, Moses goes, no, don't do it. Please don't do it. And then he's like, basically he says, okay, tell these people to get away from the ringleader of this group. Tell them to get away from their tents. So like basically just the ringleader is at his tent, which his name is, his name's Korah, or his name is, his name's Korah. 250 censors, and then it goes.
There's other guys too.
There's other fellas. Korah and some of his close relatives are at the face of their tent, and then Moses says, "If you are against, basically, if the Lord is true and your rebellion is bad, the Lord will open the earth right now and swallow all of you guys."
Yeah, it's funny because
and so it's not all 250; it's just the family. But then after the family swallowed, the rest of the 250
plague.
The rest of the 250
and then 14,000 people get killed as well.
Yeah.
But and the way that is stopped is that what's Aaron goes and gets a censer and fills it with some shit and some ritual.
Right, but there's an intercessor, right?
Yeah.
So there's a place where the plague is happening, and then there's an intercessor that stops the plague and saves the rest of the people. Very Christ-like, one might say, that there is an intermediary.
If one was inclined to do that,
as such as I am, such as my want. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I don't know.
Oh, I thought I cut you off 8 times.
Oh no, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Probably good.
No,
I'm at the point where like, if people cut me off, I'm like, they probably did the right thing.
That's a good humble bit. It's good you never get upset when someone cuts you off. Instead
tell that to my girlfriend.
You're like, thank you.
Yeah.
You're like, thank you. Oh, does she cut you off a lot? Do you guys get into?
No, it was a recent little. It doesn't happen a lot. She's a great listener, but it happened a few times, and I got butthurt about it.
Dude, I totally get that. If you're on a roll and then someone tries to get to the point before
But it's because we're so excited and we're having fun. Like, you got to take a step back and go, why is this happening? Is it because we're in a fight?
Yeah.
No, it's because we're like riffing and like I'm not finished, or like we're having a nice deep conversation. And
you stepped on my punchline.
Yeah, exactly. That does suck, though.
Oh, for sure.
But
yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, so the rebellion, the opening of
and all Israel who were around them, the people, fled at their cry, for they said, "Lest the earth swallow us up." And then fire came out from the Lord and consumed the 250 men offering the incense. So the whole group that came before, they weren't swallowed up by the earth. Only like the leaders of the rebellion were. And then the rest of the rebellious people were like, lest the earth swallow us up. So there was no sense of like remorse or, oh my gosh, they were wrong. It was just like, whoa, we're cooked here. We're in trouble. And then they were, and they get all burnt.
They went to Sheol.
Sheol.
Sheol?
Sheol.
Sheol.
Sheol. Nice.
Oh, it sounds Japanese.
Sheol. They went to Sheol.
Yeah. So that one's that. Do you have anything to say about that?
Well, I think that the part I was gonna say is about how Aaron intercedes as a Christ figure for the plague and stops it.
But what does he sacrifice?
What does he sacrifice?
Yeah.
Is there?
Because
also
the Christ thing is kind of like it's sacrifice for the intercession.
He sacrificed his life, right? This is not a perfect sacrifice, right?
Okay.
Which is why people still die.
Uh-huh.
It's not like, it's a perfect sacrifice. That's the cycle that you're seeing is, and also it's interesting how is this after this the duties of priests and Levites, laws for purification, and then even just before this in chapter 15, laws about sacrifices.
Oh wait, did we talk about the guy who got executed in chapter 15?
I don't think we did. That's why I asked about that. Because the Sabbath breaker.
That's reversing. In chapter 15, we go through some purity laws, and then we talk about a guy who doesn't do one of the laws. He collects sticks on the Sabbath day, and they stone him to death.
Yeah.
And then you find out the tassels.
Yeah, which is so funny.
I think we did talk about it because I talked about how that was a good mechanism for...
I remember you saying that, but I don't remember talking about the stoned guy. But it says like the whole group stoned him, which is also like, I'm sure it's not literal because there's like over 1 million people potentially in Israel, and imagine all 1 million people throw one rock at this dude.
God,
just a mound of rock. That's got to be fast.
That's a bad way to die.
I think that's the best way to. If you're getting stoned, that's the best way to get stoned.
Really?
By millions of rocks at the same time. Yes.
I don't think they're hitting at the same time though. I do think
if you've got like 1 million,
I do think it's kind of like shit, fuck,
dude. It's a cloud covering the sky.
If they time it right, yeah, you're just kind of getting clobbered, I guess.
It's like that line from 300 when Xerxes says, "Our arrows will blot out the sun," and then Gerard Butler says, "Then we will fight in the shade."
Pretty sick line.
It's such a good remove all the music and the accents. Then we will fight. Then we will fight in the shade. Just make it super white.
Oh yeah.
Boring. I think that's all right. That's just for me.
I'll clip that one.
No, please don't.
So yeah, and then we have it again. People start getting upset again. We go to 17.
They complain
Aaron's
again.
Staff
Complain, sacrifice, intercessory. Somehow Moses, generally the intercessor, saying, "No, Lord, have mercy on them," and He does have mercy on them. But again, they fall away. Again, they have to be brought back. Again, they fall away. Again, they have to be brought back. This is a never-ending cycle up until Christ, and then everything changes.
No one dies anymore.
Not to true death. We die, we die perhaps physically, but spiritually we are made alive in Christ, and we resurrect with Him ultimately as Christ resurrected, which we talked about up top, which is the crazy thing that Christians believe.
Sure.
Yeah.
So this is a new story, and this one is Aaron's staff buds, which sounds like a very, very bad sexually transmitted disease.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, no.
My staff is budding.
Moses, I never told you I had this, but
my staff is budding.
I have staff. Oh,
I have staff buds. You want to break this down?
Yeah, I can do this. So basically, the Lord was like, hey, get from each house of Israel, 12, get a staff, basically. Get a staff and gather them, and then it says whichever one buds is like, I think again it's like affirming the calling of Aaron and the Levites as
will this priests. Dead stick grow life?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And basically they gather them together, and Aaron's stick grows life, grows almonds.
Yes, a sign of vigilance or whatever.
Yeah, because it takes 1 gallon of water to make an almond.
1 almond?
That's what I read.
That sucks.
I know. It's worse than AI. I mean, in terms of water usage. Don't eat almonds.
Is it really?
I mean, a gallon for 1 almond? Look at how many almonds are in these little containers.
How much is 1 letter of AI? Like for AI,
couldn't be a gallon. There's no way.
So it basically is like more evidence, because all this stuff is also to reinforce the fact that Moses and Aaron, and I guess the Aaronites, should have the authority that they have in the hierarchy.
It's just showing, it's God once again being like, hey, everyone, look over here. Aaron Everyone, okay, look back over here. The Levites. It's him choosing him again so that people can remember, especially right after the rebellion, right? Of people being like, why are you so great? Ba-da-da-da-da. God once again affirms the position that Aaron and the Levites are playing here as intercessor for him. So kind of just reestablishing the order of things so that people could be like, oh, okay, cool. So we follow them now.
Yeah, and then but there's this one line that says, everyone who comes near to the tabernacle of the Lord shall die. Are we all to perish? Was that always the case, or is that?
Wait, hold on. Where is this?
This is 13 through 14,
12 through 13. And behold, the people of Israel said to Moses, behold, we perish. We are undone. We are all undone. Everyone who comes to the tabernacle of the Lord shall die. Are we all to perish? So the Lord said to Aaron, you and your sons and your father's house with you shall bear iniquity connected to the sanctuary. So that means that anything that goes wrong with the tabernacle, if anyone goes up to the tabernacle inappropriately, the iniquity falls on the Levites. So there's a lot of responsibility there. So the Levites also have to protect the tabernacle, because if I go to the tabernacle unfairly, it's not going to be my family that dies. Or the rest of Israel that dies. It's going to be the Levites. The responsibility falls onto them.
And that kind of goes into 18 because that responsibility is why they get some goodies.
Yes, the tithing and a lot of this stuff and the things that they sacrifice are what the priests and Levites ultimately eat. That's what they live off of.
Yeah. So the Aaronites get all the good food, and the Levites get the tithing. They get shekels.
Right. Dollars. Dues of priests and Levites. That goes through. Yeah, there's a whole.
But they don't get inheritance. Which I meant to look that up, but I forgot to. Do you know what that means?
Well, in terms
they don't get inheritance of the land in Israel when they get.
Well, it's because Levites don't have land in Israel.
Yeah,
they were not given land as the rest of the tribes were. They were kind of given. Their position again wasn't like, remember earlier in Numbers when it was like, this tribe goes out to the west, this tribe goes down to the south. The Levites were like a chunk to the north, south, east, and west. Because the Levites are intercessoring for all of them.
They just get the area around the tabernacle. They don't get to they don't get any other land.
They don't go.
That's what that means,
out. Right? Yeah, because their primary role is as
they don't get to do West Bank illegal settlements.
They don't get to do that. They don't have the privilege of doing such things.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, so they can't relate to the rest of their tribes that way. And so that's what they inherit is the role of priest.
Right.
That's what their inheritance is their job.
Yeah.
You know?
So they inherit the role of priest. They inherit the responsibilities. They are sustained by the tithings that they receive. And if they fuck up, they die.
Right. And that's also why, that's also why there's so much here. Obviously, there's so much power given to the Levites in this way because they're the ones that are like, hey, we purify you. So many opportunities to just take advantage of that power and make it bad, you know? Just crazy abusive power.
Yeah, like while I was reading it, I was kind of like, okay, this is just a justification for why we get stuff.
Is your phone still recording?
Oh, no.
What happened?
I don't know.
Did it die?
Shouldn't have. I probably got a call, which ended it, or it's just overheating.
Don't worry, I'll talk through. Or is it not charging?
Oh man, that sucks. I wonder how long that went.
No, I not long.
The justification of why they get the tithing, why they get the. That's what we were talking about. We were talking about intercession in the last one.
Right.
The thing fucked up. The phone is $200. You didn't make it this far anyway. So
exactly.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Man, you should have, and that man towards the end
we ripped.
We were showing some.
Oh
good
my
feet.
God!
I mean, we took our socks off. We were
we're putting each other's mouths.
Damn.
Stuff. Too bad the phone died.
Well,
maybe if you guys sent us money, we could buy a better phone to record on. We're recording on a phone, by the way.
Jeez.
And then you could get better foot content.
Yeah.
But in the meantime,
we're just going to stick with this, I think.
Stick with this.
Yeah.
Which is what I think I was saying was that while I was reading chapter 18, I was like, oh, it's another like justification to collect shit. But, it is a responsibility. And, if you believe this, you think that if you screw it up, you would die.
Right.
There's repercussions. And maybe even if you don't actually die, like there is an entire society that is holding you to a certain standard. You have power, which you could abuse, but like people are watching you if you're a Levite or if you're an Aaronite.
Right. That's a good point. Well, again, they're watching you, and that's also why they're like, I have the good power to do anything I kind of want to you, so freaking do what I want. So, I mean, and you see that later with the Pharisees and the Sadducees and people like that in the New Testament, where they're just totally abusing their power because it's like, and interpreting the law in weird ways where they're like, technically we're following the law, but we get to benefit a lot from it and all this stuff. So it gets pretty brutal in terms of the abuse.
Side note, I was listening to this thing and it was talking about how Martin Luther was like super OCD. He had like a really traumatic childhood. Like
OCD, he only did 99 theses. He couldn't get to 100. He didn't have that sort of OCD.
I mean, I don't even know what you're talking about. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
99 isn't enough for you.
The 99.
He's got 99 theses.
The 99 theses that he banged on a Catholic door that kind of like began the Reformation for the Catholic Church.
Yeah, that's good to know. I should know that.
Oh yeah.
But apparently he had like super bad OCD, and like the way that he kind of dealt with it subconsciously was like he just had to have everything perfect. Like all his purity stuff had to be perfect. And then one of his like mentors was like, hey, it's more of like an intention based thing. Like you have to like do this with love and intention. It's like if you screw up, that's okay. And that like fixed his OCD. And then it allowed him to think in a much more different way about religion and what it's supposed to be like.
Yeah, I mean, like in terms of forgiveness, I mean, that's also like what Jesus does a lot in the New Testament is when like Pharisees or whoever will call him out on like it's crazy. There's a story of a man with a crippled hand that Jesus heals on the Sabbath. He healed somebody of their crippled hand. Their hand was crippled for their whole life.
He healed it by making the other hand crippled, so it's symmetrical.
Exactly. So now, don't worry. I know you are unhappy about how uneven your hands are. Okay, give me a hammer. Ga, 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 ga.
The many miracles.
You're welcome. Go in peace. He crosses himself.
He wasn't doing that.
He's like, you'll get this later.
This will be really cool in a little bit.
Yeah. You'll look back at this and be like, it was foreshadowing.
I never thought about that, but I did kind of think he was doing that through all of his miracles.
I was like, what was that? He's like, don't worry about it.
It'll make sense. You got to read the book.
Yeah, exactly. Later.
Yeah.
That's so funny. That's like Louis' joke.
Yeah, I know.
What do you think? Oh, look, that's me. I'm the guy on it.
Him wearing a crucifix.
So good. No, he heals this guy's hand on the Sabbath, and which is a miracle. And the Pharisees are like, you can't do that on the Sabbath. Like they just completely forget about the fact that it's a miracle, and they're just like, you did it on the Sabbath. And Jesus is like, are you kidding me? And he says, if any of you had had an ox that fell into a ditch on the Sabbath, wouldn't you help it out? And so it's like, well, that's kind of work, but also everyone was like, yeah, we'd do that. And so that's how Jesus, referring to his flock, like, hey, these are the people I love and made.
Right.
I'm trying to save them. So wouldn't you do that? And so it's a different in talking about intention.
Sure.
Jesus, that's all the New Testament is Jesus subverting the understanding of what the law was and how to quote unquote achieve salvation. Because he also upholds the law to such a standard that no one could ever meet it. Because the Pharisees or Martin Luther at the time was like, oh, I'm doing everything perfectly, so I'm good.
Right.
I'm making it. And then he basically says, like, if you look at your brother with anger, you've committed murder. If you look at a woman with lust, you've committed adultery. Which basically then everyone's like, okay, well then maybe I'm not doing everything perfect. So he upholds the law to such a high standard that everyone realizes we're not meeting it, and then he matches us with forgiveness that we could never understand either. So it's like it's a nice pairing. But this is where a lot of the beginning of like those, this is how we keep everything perfect and we'll be better than you. You know?
I know you don't like him, but I was listening to
Bill Maher,
Robert Sapolsky. You don't like Bill Maher?
I hate Bill Maher.
He's the most annoying sounding guy.
That's what I'm saying. I don't even disagree with him that much. I mean, I do
Sure.
disagree with him on some things a lot, but I think generally I kind of agree with him on a lot.
But the delivery is
so
bad.
Terrible, dude.
Yeah.
So bad. Wait, so Sapolsky's interesting to me.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, liberal. Okay.
It's just like you
the
are
conservatives
asking to get punched in the throat, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what happens.
We're punching people in the throat now.
I think that's why he talks that way.
It's like if you put schmarmy into AI, that's the voice it would come out with.
Well, I mean, Sapolsky's a really interesting guy to listen to. He's a really likable guy.
Yeah.
I just think his thinking is circular and fundamentally flawed.
Oh, okay. Well, I was listening to him. He has a thing about like how the biology of, or the genealogy, whatever, of like religion, and it was interesting. I couldn't really keep up with a lot of it, but he was talking about how a lot of religious themes coincide with the like very common symptoms of OCD. So like obsession with cleanliness, like numbers having importance, and there were some other things, but it was just an interesting idea. But I'm not going to do it justice by trying to remember the YouTube video that I was watching while I made sausage.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds nice.
It does sound nice. I'm quite hungry.
Oh, yeah, sausage sounds great.
Let's finish this fucking thing up so we can go to
hold on.
Pornhub Donner House.
Let's speed up time.
I wouldn't do that. I would slow down time if I could.
Really?
No, but I would still be able to go fast.
That's so interesting. I don't know if I... But then if you just talked fast, then it would look like... If you just talk normal, then it would look like you are going fast.
Oh, yeah. I'll participate in the bit. Keep doing it.
No, it's too slow. It's too slow. It's one of those things where you're bombing so bad, you're like, oh, no. I wish I was dive bombing instead of slowly.
That's my favorite act out, is the guy digging his own ditch.
Yeah. Like, oh, shoot. Except I was doing it in slow motion.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Let me get this shovel.
You'd think you'd be able to think your way out of it while
in
it's slowing
time.
down.
No, because you're thinking.
Dude, honestly, sometimes I feel like you actually think better when you're just like building the road while you're sprinting. You know, like a lot of the times, like when I'm writing on stage, it's way, way better, and I get better reactions if I'm absolutely not pacing myself at all. Like the thinking gets you gummed up, but when you let the intuition drive a little bit, dude, you get stuff.
When you were killing in school, like in high school or middle school or whatever,
I didn't.
When you were destroying in school, when you were shooting those schools up, back in Wisconsin before it was cool.
We haven't had a serial school shooter yet.
Yeah, that's a good point. No serial school shooter.
Yeah.
This guy shot up 8 schools.
Because probably after about 2, they'd be like, I don't think we're going to admit you to this school anymore.
Well, probably, but also, how would they even get it? Most of the school shooters just killed themselves.
Adam Lanza showing up to like a different place with a mustache on.
No, I don't know.
No, I've never been here before.
I never. Or the same school.
Feels gross saying his name.
The same school again.
It's like a dark incantation.
Adam Lanza.
Yeah, the Sandy Hook guy.
Oh, really? I didn't even know his name.
Why'd I pick the worst one? It's because it's the only name I know.
Is that the worst one?
I think that's the most visceral one because it was such young kids.
Yeah, also 23. It was so many.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy. 23.
Yeah, Jordan numbers.
Yeah, I will. That is literally Jordan.
That's Jordan number.
That's Jordan's number. I mean, I think. Thank goodness it's not Aaron Judge numbers. He's like in the 90s.
Fuck.
But I always think about that with school shootings. It's like, man, that was the first time I heard of a school shooting and the number made sense to me. They're like 23, and I was like, all right, yeah, 23. Because everyone's like, he shot up a school. He shot one person in the leg and then nicked someone else in the shoulder. Oh,
sure.
And I'm
How
like,
did you?
You have an assault rifle. How did you kill 2 people?
I think
this is crazy.
People don't realize it's like really hard to shoot a gun at a moving target, even if you have a lot of shots, because you're freaking out, they're freaking out, and if you are 10 feet away from me,
yeah,
what?
It's just the science of
School shooting.
School shooting. You're just like, I'm freaking out. They're freaking out. We're both scared
We're
here.
both
We're both
scared.
uncomfortable.
Well,
okay.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, exactly.
There, you know.
Yeah, that's crazy. I remember that, man. My junior year of high school.
That sucked really bad. You know what was crazy was how immediate the conspiracy theories about it being like a false flag came out. Because I remember like 2 days later, people were in the computer lab watching the one with like the FLIR imagery of like the guys in the woods. It's
oh my gosh! Wow,
you remember that?
Yeah.
They don't want you to remember that.
That's crazy. I have a joke about crisis actors in Sandy Hook.
That is such a crazy part of that conspiracy because it's like there's no actor alive who wouldn't be like, I just got the craziest gig.
That's literally my joke. My joke is like, if you're a crisis actor, you
Yeah.
always want to talk about what you've been in.
Right.
And so someone's like, oh, you're an actor. What would I know you from? And you're like, ever heard of Sandy Hook?
Yeah.
That was me.
Having that on your IMDb.
Me and my buddies were all in Sandy Hook.
Do you have that part about the IMDb for crisis actors?
I don't. But that's like it's like the dark web thing. I mean, the joke spawned from thinking of there are crisis actors, but there are no crisis actor directors. You know, someone coming into the scene being like, cut. Remember, children are dead. You need to pretend like you're sad. Okay, we need real upset. All right. Okay. Places. At best, they're crisis improvisers.
You know, it's even worse being a PA.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, stop. Hey, you need to stop. We're
that dead kid needs coffee.
Hey, we're shooting a scene. Could you stop?
Quiet on set.
Hey, quiet on set.
Yeah.
Action. Yeah, that's pretty.
How's that for a riff?
That's a good riff.
Laws of purification. You know, you've heard it before. You've heard it before.
You've heard it before. You've heard it from us. You've heard it from your
There's
aunt.
one that's like a little bit different, which is the one about the red heifer.
Heifer?
That's a cow?
Yeah.
What does red mean? That just means brown.
It's one of the primary colors. It's red, yellow, blue.
Answer the fucking question.
Red means it's got to be red.
Yeah, but it means like a brown, or is there like it's like a red bone, you know?
Back in the day, they said you couldn't even see the color blue. Have you heard that theory?
What?
Back in the Odyssey, they said the red wine sea. It's because back in the day, they think biologically we didn't have the build in our eyes to see the color blue. We could only see red or whatever. Anyways, so
what?
Maybe red heifer looked different back then.
So this cow was a blue cow. That's where that's where blue raspberry chocolate milk came from.
No, that's where what's that creamery? What's that?
Cold Stone?
No, Bluebell ice cream.
Oh,
that's where that came from.
Interesting.
Babe, the big blue ox.
Did you ever have blue raspberry ice cream?
No, that sounds like a sex move.
Brother, not ice cream, chocolate milk. I had blue raspberry chocolate.
Blue raspberry chocolate.
You haven't had diarrhea until you've had blue raspberry chocolate milk. Brother, you haven't had diarrhea.
Brother, you don't know what diarrhea is.
Why did you go black with that one?
I don't know, because you said brother.
I don't know, but
racist.
it's a law of purification. It's a way that this one is dealing with the dead. And so a lot of people have died recently because they complained. God's complaint box just instantly turns into a hit list.
Yeah, 100%. Sorry, let's see who's complained. Just shoot. Who's got them all?
You think after a while they'd be like, I'm going to keep this one to myself.
Yeah, 100%. Well, think about how bad it is. How bad you want to complain too. You're like, I might die. Honey, no, don't complain. I gotta say something. I have to say something. It's
dry out here.
I'm thirsty.
But actually, so basically, the 7 days, you touch someone after they've died, you're unclean for 7 days. If you don't clean on the 3rd day and the 7th day, do some type of cleansing ritual, which includes the ashes of a red cow.
Heifer.
Heifer. If you don't do that on those 3rd and 7th days, then you're unclean forever and you got to get banished. And that moves on to, you got to remind me, who is Miriam?
Miriam is Moses' sister.
Oh.
She's been present the whole time. Remember, she had leprosy last episode because she was upset.
Being a bitch.
Yeah, and she also wrote a song after they crossed the Red Sea.
I forgot
Miriam's
about the song.
So she's been very present. She's been a very active female in the group, and she's dead now.
She's an active female. You know what that means?
Active female. She's getting around. Let's just say a lot of people knew who Miriam was.
And so she dies, which, she dies in the wilderness of Zin. Probably putting too many lip pillows in there.
Yeah, probably.
And so is this more of just this character that was with us?
I think it's kind of like a passage of time type thing. But also the fact that
she's not making it.
she's not making it into the promised land, but also the fact that this is honoring to who this person was.
Yeah.
This is a woman back in the day when women were like, worth 1/10 of a man or something.
Sure.
And it's like this
the
really
1/10 compromise.
Yeah, exactly. They wish they were like black people.
Yeah, they wish.
I mean, they wish they were that valuable.
And that's how it is now too.
Women and black people?
No, people just wish they were like black people. They're so cool.
Yeah, they're so cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you heard me earlier, just a few minutes ago.
Just trying
to be that cool. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it is just like, hey, look at this. This woman is important.
Yeah.
This is an important person in our society.
And she has died.
And she's dead now. Just an honoring thing.
And then we get to what is, I think, a pretty important part of the Old Testament. Moses fucks up.
Oh, he messes up.
Also,
have you seen a picture? Well, never mind. Yeah, keep going.
So this is the waters. We're 20, the waters of Meribah. And again, the people, they're complaining. They're in the fucking desert. It's dry. They want some water. And so they start complaining. Moses goes, hey, God, don't kill him. What can I do? And God says, okay, go whisper into a rock and it will squirt water out.
Whispering Rock sounds like an Arizona resort.
Ooh,
It
yeah.
sounds like a Sedona.
I like that.
Yeah, Whispering
Rocks. And so instead of whispering to the rock, he smacks it with a stick, which is not what God told him to do. God is like IKEA. He has very specific instructions, and if you don't follow them, you're going to get pissed off.
But he hits the rock instead of speaking to it, and yet water still
comes out.
So the Lord is merciful because he gives water even though he doesn't punish the people for Moses' sin. I'm trying to say mistake. Yeah, mistake. Moses doesn't do what God tells him to, and yet he still has mercy on the people and gives them water.
Yeah, so he hits the rock, and then water comes out, and they're able to give water to themselves and their cattle. And but as a repercussion of his either carelessness or anger, it's kind of debatable, up for debate about why Moses hit the rock instead of whispering to it. But it becomes apparent that Moses himself will not be making it to the promised land.
Yes.
So sad.
So it's like, Moses, you were going to make it. The other 40, the other people that we talked about who were not going to make it, they weren't going to make it. It was just going to be you, Joshua, Caleb, and then a bunch of people who were way younger than you.
Mm-hmm.
And now Moses isn't going to make it either. His sister's dead. Now he's going to die. Who knows when? Not necessarily now, but he's not making it to the promised land. He's not getting there. Okay, so this is what I was going to say earlier. Have you seen the picture of the supposed rock that is?
No.
There's a picture online. If you just type in Moses rock, I'm sure it'll pop up.
Uh-huh.
It's like a fat rock in this region of the Middle East, and it's got a massive crack right down the middle and evidence of a ton of water erosion on the base of it.
Okay, I'll look into that.
Pretty interesting.
Yeah.
They're just a classic Christian geology, Christian not architecture.
That's where I get all my geological.
What's the past? What's the
archaeology?
Archaeology, thank you. Christian archaeology.
That would be geology too. You got
I guess geology. Yeah, they made stuff out of rocks back then.
So, pretty big bummer for him, but
bummer.
They got to keep moving on.
Yeah.
Although they're taking kind of a weird path.
They try to go through Edom. That's Esau's kids. Remember Jacob and Esau?
Esau? No.
Jacob and Esau. Esau, super hairy.
Oh,
Jacob took his birthright from him.
Right. So
this is like back in like the teens of episodes.
They're trying to go through Edom, and Edom says no.
Yeah.
So they turn back, and then they try to go through Moab, right? Or where do they try to go through? Oh, maybe that's later on.
I'm gonna be honest. I got through 20.
Yeah, this is 20.
Yeah. So
if you go past. They're refused passage from Edom. Is there anything important about that?
Well, it is interesting to say Edom is the descendants of Esau. Their father, Jacob, the first one named Israel, whose name is Israel, right? Esau and Jacob were brothers. Jacob, remember, goes abroad, studies abroad, runs away because he stole his birthright from his brother.
He does a semester and
does multiple semesters, studies for 7 years to get Rachel, gets tricked into marrying Leah, then is like, hey, what the hell? I want Rachel. Then gets Rachel, stays there for another 7 years. And then Jacob goes down. His son Joseph is the one that gets pulled into Egypt. And then Jacob and the family, because of the famine, all go down to Egypt. So they're separated from the Edomites or Esau and his family, although Jacob and Esau reconciled. So now these are just 400 years pass. mutual descendants. They know that ultimately they're kind of related to each other from generations ago, right? They're kind of cousins of sorts. And Edom is like, no, just doesn't let them come through at all. So it's interesting to say, like, okay, we're cousin nations, as it were, and yet there's no good blood here, which is interesting. I don't know if there's is there anything in the study aspect of it that said anything, or no?
Not for tonight.
Not for tonight. Oh, death of Aaron.
And then the big one, the death of Aaron.
Aaron, the one whose staff budded, the one who was the high priest.
Yeah, the one who was a little snappy a couple episodes ago.
Yeah.
Him and Miriam, they both die.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting that they die after being a little bit trying to stir up some shit.
That's right. So Aaron's dead. They pass his high priestliness to his son
Eleazar.
To his son Eleazar. So now Eleazar is the high priest.
This is all happening on Hor Mountain. Mount Hor.
Go back to your home on Hor Mountain.
That's where that comes from.
Yeah.
That's a biblical reference.
Hor Island, where Moses was buried.
It is on Mount Hor.
Yeah.
And everyone cries for 30 days.
Yeah. Miriam, no day cry.
No day count on the crying.
Yeah, no day count on the crying.
But hey, at least she gets acknowledged.
She gets a nice shout out.
A lot of people fell into a big hole, so I mean,
yeah, she got to just
I'll take the Miriam way.
Yeah, for sure.
And then people cry for 30 days, and that's the end.
That's the end of this chapter 20.
That's the end of the Bible.
We covered 16. How did this catch on? This is weird.
Yeah,
it caught on with all this.
What's the point?
It felt like it kind of stopped in the beginning almost, actually, there. All right, so that was number 16 through 20.
Yeah. So next time we're going to be talking about it gets a little bit more violent. Like they're going to start fighting people.
Yeah.
So stick in for
battles.
That. But any of the closing thoughts, Josh?
I don't know why. I've never been asked for closing thoughts before.
I don't know. I'm trying new things.
Jeez. No. This
perfect.
is fun.
This has been another episode of Call Him Father.